Today, part 4 of our series of the agonizing pain in which I live every day.
Okay, I'm back. I think I'm going to be replaying this, actually. Still got the same shitty microphone, though.
An old hollow log lies in a small clearing before the gloomy forest. The old log doesn't look interesting enough to bother with.
Seriously, is this not a King's Quest game? Rotten fish are so interesting, though. Okay, so the forest is not for us right now. Let's head west. I have no idea, actually. Left. Allons à gauche. Okay. Crying, harp-playing tree lady. Okay.
A graceful weeping willow tree grows beside a small pond created from her tears.
Why not?
In her branch-like arms she clutches a beautiful harp as a child would a cherished toy.
You can do this.
What's wrong, Graham? That's salt water.
But why would you just go and drink sad enchanted tree tears? They could be poisonous or something. I'm surprised Roberta Williams doesn't kill you for that.
Miss Willow?
Yes?
You can talk?
Why, of course I can. What did you expect?
Well, I've never seen a talking tree before.
We just talked to the fucking
What's
king of the
wrong?
ants. But a talking tree is too much to be believed.
Can't you tell? I'm not really a tree. I'm really a princess. You see, my fiancé and I were walking through this wood when a nasty old witch came along and was instantly charmed by my handsome prince. When
Really?
he naturally refused
That
to
guy?
advance,
He's pixelated.
she jealously banished him to a faraway land and turned me into a tree. Then she stole my heart.
Stole your heart?
Yes, she turned my heart to gold and took it away with her. The only way I can become human again is to have my heart brought back. Now, all I have to cheer me up is my harp. It's quite magical, you know. It
I
plays the
did not
sweetest
know.
music you've ever heard. Now please, leave me alone in my sorrow. Leave my harp alone. It's mine.
Okay, I do understand that. Sorry for being grabby. Right, so obviously we know the prince, but even if you meet the tree before him, Graham is still an idiot who doesn't realize that this is the princess he's looking for. Just because she doesn't have that smooth, creamy skin. Yeah, the tree girl is kind of a bitch, maybe. We're gonna help her anyway, though, because that's the kind of magnanimous person that we are. Or, you know, quid pro quo. Quid pro quo. Quid pro quo. Quid pro quo. Well, that was embarrassing.
Am I mortified? Am I mortified?
Now, I know that what I just inserted made you completely forget what came before it. Well, Tree Girl isn't the most friendly, but I think I'd be pretty frustrated if someone turned me into a tree. I mean, not a branch on me, and yet you can hear how I barely contain my seething rage.
Ooh, keep your eye on the gypsies, Graham. I don't trust them.
And now he's racist.
I heard they eat babies and have sex with dogs.
There's another bovine.
A large ox, tied to the gypsy's wagon, peacefully munches on grass. Graham finds the huge beast completely uninteresting.
Oh.
A steaming pot of stew bubbles over a small campfire near the gypsy wagon.
Gimme.
Obviously, the man wouldn't tolerate Graham taking his supper.
Obviously. We can't steal from them. Ooh, keep your eye on Graham.
A gypsy wagon is encamped here at the edge of the woods. On the side of the wagon, the words "Fortune Teller" have been painted.
Intéressant.
It will cost you 1 gold coin to see Madamushka.
Okay. Good to know. I'm kind of terrified. Let's bounce. We're in the desert. It's just desert. It's boring except for the few screens that have stuff. Should I put some music on these screens? Lawrence of Arabia to be overly dramatic?
The hot sun and choking sands are taking their toll on Graham. He must drink, and soon.
For some reason, when I was a stupid little kid, I tried eating the pie out of desperation. Graham will eat it. And if you do that, of course, you'll be well and truly fucked, and you might never know why, because it's not going to seem obvious when you get to that puzzle. Oh, I should have used the pie here.
Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him.
Just a little over the top, but I kind of dig it actually. We need to hide behind the rock because Cedric was kind of right that there are bandits out here.
From across the desert sands, Graham can hear the sound of approaching hoofbeats.
The line about hoofbeats was kind of a warning too. You're getting less sadistic, Roberta.
Open sesame!
Bandits, I hate these guys. Does that work? This thing on?
Open sesame!
Password is Charleston.
Open sesame!
The temple door won't open. Perhaps there's something missing. The old wand doesn't seem to have any vitality left in it.
That does not sound promising.
Graham gives the wand a good shake, but it only fizzles and dies.
Okay, maybe we should get the same rod that the bandits used if we want to open it. This wand. I played this game once with someone else who kept flinging the wand all over the place, even though Crispin and the narrator both make it pretty obvious that there's nothing doing. After a while, I pointed out that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. I was about to say that for a third time when I recognized the irony. Okay, I don't have a map or anything. I've just been playing from memory, so we could be screwed. That's how I like it, though. I like being enveloped in the place. I like wandering around and having to go back and forth and all around so many times I eventually figure out a mental map. But that's just me. And really, it's just me, because I've never heard anyone else say that. I got used to it, though. I mean, these games, they just really did a number on my developing brain. It's like... No, I'm not going to talk about furries. Okay.
The hot sun and choking sands.
Well, you're certainly doing your job today, Mr. Sun.
Ooh, there's a skeleton. Do I miss Cedric and his unnecessary
A
interjections?
picked clean and sun-bleached skeleton lies in the sand of the hot, dry desert. What happened? Who can say? But it makes Graham uneasy nevertheless. An old shoe lies forgotten near the poor skeleton.
I don't know why the fuck we want this, but we do.
Uneasily, Graham reaches down and removes the old shoe from the desert sand.
Okay, I know it's a stereotype, but I really do love shoes.
Too late. Graham collapses and dies of extreme thirst in the hot desert sun. If only he could have found an oasis. Dying for a drink, Graham?
I knew I should have taken that left turn in Albuquerque. Well, I guess that's all, folks.
Wandering through the desert got me nowhere fast.